Is the side part giving, or are we feeling more of a middle part, guys? Be honest. Be honest. Put this in the back real quick. What if I just do a little ponytail? Oh, let me stop playing with y'all real quick. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Echo, better known as Echo Effect, also known as your favorite motherfucking YouTuber. I love iced coffee, mozzarella sticks. I love the color teal. And in today's video, as y'all can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about my sleepwalking / sleep paralysis experiences. I have about 3 different stories for you guys. And as you can tell, I'm wearing my bonnet and I got my bedtime shirt on and my pajama pants with little mushrooms on them, which means that you should get in your pajamas too, especially if you had a really long day. But if you're watching a video to procrastinate doing something, first of all, I rate you for putting your priorities first, but also make sure you get your like essay or your like practice test or whatever the fuck you have to do so you can watch this video in ease, you know what I'm saying? But if you are ready to chill down and relax, I say go get some pajamas on, join me, get all comfy, and I'm gonna put y'all to bed with this little bedtime story, all right? I'm gonna be telling you guys some of my experiences when it comes to, or when it has come to sleepwalking. As a sleepwalker, you never remember these stories vividly. All you really have is people telling you what happened. I'm giving you guys perspective from other people who've encountered me sleepwalking. I clearly don't have recollections of these things because I didn't know I was a sleepwalker until this day in particular. Let's bring it all the way back to 2015. I was 14 years old and I was a freshman in high school. My grandpa tells me around 2 o'clock in the morning, I went to the front door and I had just my pajamas on. Like, I didn't have any sort of clothes on. I went all the way down to the front door. I unlocked it. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I turned and I just ran back upstairs. Now, that's a very short story because he is convinced that I tried to sneak out of the house that day. But why would I sneak at the house? Keyword sneak, with the bonnet on, my pajamas on, and not like a form of change of clothes or a bag or nothing. So I'm talking to my grandpa about the situation. I'm like, well, did I? Because mind you guys, when he brought the story up to me, it wasn't on some, oh, you sleptwalk. He was like, why should I sneak out yesterday night? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you, no recollection of this at all whatsoever. He's like, well, you went to the front door, you stood there for a minute, unlocked it, and when I was like, hey, what are you doing? You like turned, but I didn't even look at me, you turned the opposite way and then ran all the way back upstairs. I'm like, I wasn't trying to leave. I wasn't trying to sneak out no damn house. I'm only 14. Where do I have to go? Where do I have to go? I was very confusion. So that's the first story. Now the second story. Oh gosh, this was kind of embarrassing. I ain't gonna cap to you. And I'm heavy on the awkwardness is a two-way street. Embarrassment is also a two-way street. If you don't feel it, then therefore it's not embarrassing for you, right? But the story's kind of embarrassing, and here's why. It was my brother's 20th birthday, and he decided to get a hotel with connecting rooms. So he had his room, and then he gave me a room with my partner. Before we get to the point where everyone's sleeping throughout the night, I want to set the scene for you guys, okay? So we partied up most of the party, if not all the party, up in his room. A bunch of his friends came over, we drank, we partied, played some music. Then as the night started to dwindle down, it became me, my partner, Fearless, and his best friend, who we'll call Ty for this video. So we're all chilling there, minding our business, having a good ass time, just finishing the night off with, of course, a couple more drinks, a good vibe, and we decided to play Drunk Uno. And if any of y'all know how Drunk Uno works, here's some of the rules. If Editing Echo doesn't put this in, I'm gonna fight you. At this point, the rest of the bottles that were left of the night were brandy, Appleton, and I believe a little bit of tequila. So now we're all drinking, we're all very well tipsy, and at this point we all decide to go to bed. But as someone throughout the night, and like I said, guys, I have no recollection of these things. I get told these things from other people, and so Fearless is the person who's telling me all of this. But then apparently, I woke up in the middle of the night, left the bed with my girlfriend in it, knocked on his door like multiple times. He opens the door, and without saying a word, I just push him to the side and go sleep, just in their room for no apparent reason. Guys, I wish I could explain to you why I did that. I don't know. I'm gonna blame the brandy. My girlfriend obviously leaves our room because she's like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm sleeping, and he's like, I don't know why she came over here. Like, she hadn't said a single word. She just went, and just went to go lay down. But here's the kicker. Girlfriend's laying beside me. Hey Royalties, it's Editing Echo here. Just coming to clear some things up. I failed to mention that my shorty just asked my brother to switch rooms because from her perspective, I just got up and like walked out without saying anything. So she was a bit worried. But then from what my brother was telling her, it was just like I just came in, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of like walked in and went right to sleep. Like there wasn't any form of like clear, concise communication as to why I left. I just came in and started sleeping. Um, and so then kindly he gave up his space so the both of us could be in the same room. And he took over our room. Um, but go ahead, Echo, resume the story. Yeah. I wake up and I'm like, this is not our room. And if any of you guys have been hotel kids or know how hotels are set up, even if you go to the room beside the next one that you're staying in, it's like the same setup but the opposite. So everything is turned. So you can just imagine when I went to sleep in a bed that faced this way, but then I woke up in a bed that faced this way.
I was here thinking I was in an alternate universe. I was like, where are we? What's going on?
And then to make matters worse, my brother's best friend Ty is sleeping on the bed over, and I'm like, how did Ty get into our room? Like, how did our room like, I have no recollection of like moving beds or moving places this entire time. Like, I'm very confused. My girlfriend's like, well, you got up in the middle of your sleep and you came over here, and I'm like, stop capping. Like, if y'all want to prank me another day. Like, I'm too tired for this. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? And so then we wake up, knock on the room that my brother put us in the first place, and I'm like, can you go back to your room? Like, I just want to chill in like my room, you know. Now, I said the last one was embarrassing. This one is embarrassing, and just for me, no one else involved. Very, very simply, just for me. Let me set the scene for you guys. It was the Christmas of 2020. And every year, my auntie likes to throw a little party, a little bashment. Everyone gets together, the cousins, the kids' cousins, the aunties, the uncles, the moms and dads, everyone kind of gets together. And we celebrate. This year, it was Christmas themed, so everyone had to wear their onesie pajamas. Y'all get to the function. It's a good time. All of my cousins and young cousins, older cousins were all playing like Uno and Monopoly and like Goldfish and all those like fun little card games, right? This because yes, this was the year I just turned 19, I believe. I could like legally drink now, and like that wasn't gonna be a problem or an issue. I'm here thinking I'm grown. I can do whatever I want. So here was me, you know, getting a 1-2 cup of Captain Morgan. Ooh. If y'all know anything about Captain Morgan, spiced rum is only your friend if you and spiced rum have a connection. Me and spiced rum weren't on that level. Not now, not then either. So who was I? But anyways, get a little bit of Coke, a little bit of ice, put my spice rum in that cup. It's throughout the night. We're still playing all these games. And like every time a game is finished, my cup is finished, so I get some more. You see the problem here? And like y'all know, if you're Caribbean, y'all know parties don't end at no 1 a.m., no 2 a.m. These parties end at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning. We've been playing games from 10 p.m. up until 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. And at this point, I'm tired. I go sit on the couch to mind my good black business, and I end up going to sleep. Now, you see the problem here? I know better now to know that I should have waited a little bit before I went to sleep, because now I'm going to sleep drunk, and that's never a good thing. But at this point, I go to sleep. Clearly, my body's trying to get rid of the alcohol as fast as possible. Around 3 in the morning, my mom wakes me up so we can all go home. We go home. We get home around 3:15, 3:30 in the morning. It was a pajama party, so I was already in my pajamas, on my little onesie. I'll wear my trench coat and have my phone in my pocket. I still have my hat on and everything. You're still halfway asleep, still halfway up. And at this point, I still haven't had a single glass of water to go down in my system. Like, everything was still on my body when I went upstairs to go to sleep. So I go to sleep. I'm sleeping, and this is the only sleepwalking story I have any sort of recollection of like what happened, because I wake up to go use the washroom, but I'm still sleeping. I believe my body was still in REM mode or in like a really deep sleep at this point, but I was still like, I was up. Like, it didn't feel like a dream. Like, I knew what I was doing, I knew where I was going, but I was still very much sleeping, if that makes sense. I tried to go use the washroom, but my onesie unfortunately didn't have any sort of back pocket or anything. So I had to zip it down in order to use the washroom. But those two things didn't correlate to me. I end up not making it. I straight up pissed myself. Like, I straight up pissed myself. And I'm like, oh, only place to go after you piss yourself is into the shower. So instead of taking off all of my clothes and my jacket that had my phone in it, I decided to hop completely clothed into the shower, then strip off all my clothes in the shower. I take out my phone out of my pocket, and this was like the only cognitive part I really remember. I remember taking out my phone being like, oh shit, like my phone, like this shouldn't be in the shower with me, da 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 da. But in my head, I already took out my phone and placed it on the counter that's like next to my shower. But I didn't do that. I ended up taking the phone and using it to like scrub. This is so weird. Using it to like scrub myself down like it was a bar of soap. Coincidentally, I had a black bar soap in that shower as well. So I guess in my head, I thought I grabbed the black bar soap and not my phone to wash myself with, because maybe 2-3 minutes later, I realized it's my phone that I have in my hand, and I just place it down on the bathroom floor, and then I conk out. I go to my room, I go to sleep, and I wake up maybe 3 hours later that day, and I'm like, like, where's my phone? Like, last time I remember, I placed it down in the bathroom. I get up, I go to the bathroom, and my phone is face down on the floor. Not only next to a pool of just shower water. You guys tell me if you think my phone started to work after that. You make your guesses down in the comments below, because I'm about to tell you the stupidest thing I did after that. I pick up my phone, and in a panic, I'm like, turn on the power button. You're not supposed to do that. But you're not supposed to turn it on if it's already off. I turn my phone stupidly, and my phone's already trying to geek the fuck out. Having a flash party, all the LED lights are on. Green, black, the phone's coming in and out. That was a story about how I used my phone as a bar of soap while I slept walk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a chance to laugh at some of the stupidest things I've done while I slept walk. Proper moral of the story is to make sure you're getting proper rest. And if you're someone that likes to sleepwalk, make sure you get one of those like door locker things from the inside so that you don't fuck yourself over. Be sure to let love live within yourself and in others, because baby, that's all we got. Because that's on what? Come on now. That's what? That's on Echo Effect. Period, poop. I'm gonna go to sleep now, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and restful night. Make sure no bed bugs bite or I beat their fucking ass. You heard?